Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're going to talk about something personal. It deals with yourself, your birth chart. I believe I did a video on the birth chart and finding out the celestial version of who you are and how to encompass that in who you are personality-wise and also structural-wise. So over the past year now, I've been dealing with the good and the bad, well, the positive and the negative side of myself. When it comes to myself, I remember reviewing a lot of past thoughts and past conversations that I've had with a lot of loved ones, and my negative traits, I'll start with those because I always start with the bad news first. My negative traits are the fact that I'm too nice. And even today, prior to doing this video, I was condensing why was I told that I'm too nice. And I came to the realization that I have gone through a lot in my life, and that has caused me to not want people around me to go through similar experiences that I've had. And so I find myself being, I guess, over romanticizing relationships, be it friendships, partnerships, romantic relationships, parental relationships, whatever it may be, sibling relationships. I over romanticize them only because in one way or another, I'm sort of kind of protecting my loved ones from the terrors and the horrors that I've experienced and felt in my life. So, using the birth chart, my sun is in Taurus and my moon is in Scorpio. And I don't know what God had in mind when he was creating, he or she, it was creating me, but there was a lot of sense of humor and horror involved. Because one thing I could say about being a Taurus sun and a Scorpio moon with my adolescent childhood upbringing is it was a terrifying horror story. There was nothing pleasant about my childhood. And also, as you go through your birth chart, right, here are some key planets to look out for. Your sun, of course, your moon, your Saturn. Your Saturn deals with your childhood. Your Uranus deals with your expansion, your ability to create. Your Jupiter deals with your career and your luck. Your Mars deals with how you combat reality and society and everything else that comes with being human, right? Your Venus deals with your love. Your Mercury deals with how you communicate. And of course, your Pluto deals with how you deal with the end and the start of something new, which is always translated as death and transformation. Your Neptune deals with your vision and your third eye and who you are in totality, right? Going back to the original concept. So with a sun in Taurus, Taurus is a very, when I'm in my Taurus zone, I'm very grounded, but being who I am, I have to like negate a lot of the trash of my childhood and my adolescent and all the traumas and dramas of my life. But once I get out of that situation, like I'm not trying to be biased, you guys. If you haven't, you can review my astrology videos. I do all 12 signs. I do all 12 houses. I've done the moon in different planets and houses. I'm not being biased. All I can say is being a Taurus is different. Like the bull has a way of just riding the wave. And I guess that's where that concept of riding the bull comes from. Because there's a level of grounding and understanding that a Taurus will have that other signs don't have, and it makes us either look foolish or usable. My mind said usable. We look usable, like we can be used. We're expendable. And that creates a broken Taurus, which then takes us into the darkness of our moon. And with my moon being in Scorpio, you understand? So as you're doing your spiritual growth, as you're going out of the unknown to the possible known to the known, research yourself, figure out your flaws and figure out your strengths and your weaknesses within your birth chart. One thing I will honestly always say is Saturn concerns your childhood and the relationship you have with Saturn. And I will tell you, Saturn, being that it rules over the earth sign of Capricorn, which is the sign of justice, discipline, does not do well with Scorpio. And my Saturn is in Scorpio. And my Saturn is always beating on my moon in Scorpio. Like, the relationship between my moon and Scorpio and Saturn is such a distraught relationship that I can't comprehend it. And when I speak to other Scorpions, they are like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I'm just like, wait. I've done so much research on Saturn and Scorpio, and every version of what I've researched says one thing and one thing alone. If your Saturn is in Scorpio, you are bound to have a horrible childhood. Saturn, for one reason or another, does not play around when he's in Scorpio. And really, when you break down the sign of Scorpio, Scorpio is mysterious, secretive, and all this other beautiful stuff, right? But the dark side of Scorpio is also a very dingy part of reality that most of us don't go to. So when Saturn finds himself in Scorpio, he has to put his foot down. And if you're poor thing like me, of course, if your Saturn is in Scorpio, then 9 times out of 10, you've had a horrible childhood. Like, Saturn has been over-disciplining you, negating where your sun, your moon, your rising, your north node, south node, Venus, whatever. Saturn is negating all of that because Saturn is like, you're a little Scorpion and I'm not going to have it this round. Pop, pop, pop. And Saturn is going after you. Now, one thing I've come to understand is when Saturn is in your Scorpio, once you pass all of his tests, he is like the most loving father ever. Spiritually, celestial wise, Saturn is one of the most understanding, loving fathers. He's just very hard on you because he knows if he is not hard on you, then you will run with whatever the herd is running with and you will fall. And Saturn wants none of its children to fall. And believe me when I tell you, Saturn does not play the typical social games that we play. You know, race, politics, class, socioeconomic. Saturn doesn't play that. Saturn is like, look, here's the plan. Here's the rules. Here is the strategy. And here is the goal. Reach it and I will reward you. Don't reach it and you will have hell to pay. Because I am the devil, I am Saturn. You understand? Like, Capricorn's tarot card is the devil, which represents Saturn. And Saturn is telling you, I know my capabilities to lose myself in nothingness. I know my capabilities to lose myself in pure lust and desire. And I stand here as your father telling you, you will not take this route. And I swear to you, Saturn does not play. That energy does not play in Scorpio. Like, he is so stern. And he is needed in Scorpio because, like myself, I have a moon in Scorpio your moon is how you emotionally express yourself, right? So with the moon in Scorpio, I'm bound to express myself in a very chaotic way. Now with the Saturn in Scorpio and a moon in Scorpio, I'm bound to realize you should be ashamed of yourself, which is what I faced as a child. Like, I would have these moments where I just want to release and let go, and then Saturn's energy comes up and it's like honestly, he's like, try it, and I will show you who I am. Like, that's my relationship with Saturn, and I cannot lie, I love discipline, so I love it. Like, honestly, I love discipline, so I love it. I'm like, I will not try you, Father. Are you kidding me? I will not try you. Are you kidding me? If I try you, that means I will try myself, and I will go over and beyond and do stupidity beyond what I can ever fix. So I'm not gonna try you. And I swear to you, I have not yet. I can't lie and tell you I've come upon the blessings of Saturn, but I have come upon the wink of Saturn. Like, when Saturn is like, all right, you've learned, you understand discipline, he kind of like winks at you, or he nods his head at you, and it's an energy that you receive where things were so difficult, they were so harsh, you couldn't get from A to B without Z, X, Y, you know, everything hitting you at one time. Saturn kind of stops it and is like, I want you to know this is me testing you, and you've learned your lesson. And I'm so sorry that you were born with a Scorpio and Saturn, but Scorpio is a very undisciplined energy when it's allowed to run its course. And if you are not disciplined, you will fail in life, and we cannot allow this to happen. You have a destiny that is beyond your comprehension. And in order to reach your destiny, you have to go beyond these basic desires and lustful needs of Scorpio. No offense to the Scorpion. You understand? So as you go about your life, as you go about your spiritual growth, focus on, begin with your sun, moon, rising, Saturn, and north node. If you're just trying to elevate yourself in regular society. If you're trying to do everything when it comes to love-wise, I would say Sun, Moon, Venus, Saturn, and North Node. Venus and Saturn dictate who you were as a child and how you love as an adult. Now, if you're trying to elevate yourself and grow within any other realm, Mercury is where you should focus. It should be Sun, Moon, Mercury, North Node, and Saturn, because at the end of the day, wherever your Saturn lies dictate who you truly are and will ever be as a human being. And like I said at the beginning of this recording, when I was a child, I experienced a lot of trauma, and if it was not for my Saturn in my Scorpio in my birth chart, I probably would have fell victim to my trauma. Which is why you see me praising the horrendous Saturn in Scorpio. Like, it's not easy when you have gone through it, and you can look and see what you've gone through and what his energy has really gotten you through. If it wasn't for that stern father, which is Saturn in Scorpio, I would have been this wild child thinking the world is against me. And Saturn is always like, you know, this has been done many times before, right? You know you're not special, right? And that is the most harshest thing for a child to hear when you're going through trauma. And it is the most priceless thing. It is the most priceless thing that you can hear as a child when you're going through trauma. You are not special. You have been, millions have been through this. Millions are going through this right now. Grow up, man up, woman up, be who you were born to be. And that is Saturn. Like, Saturn does not play in Capricorn, which is his natural sign. But oh my God, Saturn is not playing Scorpio. So if I'm ranting, I'm sorry. I just want you guys to understand. If you're trying to break down who you are, how to navigate this world, your sun, your moon, your Venus, if it's love, your Mercury, if it's communication, your Mars, if it's business, but most importantly, your Saturn to heal, get through childhood trauma, and also your North Node. Your North Node tells you where your future lies. Once you get through your Saturn, you can get to your North Node. Okay? I hope this recording finds you all safe, happy, and I look forward to recording more videos more frequently. But guys, I'm going through so much during this COVID, it's not even funny. I'm parenting 2 children, and virtual learning is killing me. I feel like I'm in school all over again, and they're in elementary and middle school, and it is not easy. But I know you guys are with me. I know you listen, and you're growing as I'm growing, and I love each and every last one of you. So I will talk to you guys really soon. Take care and be in love as always. Always and always love and be in love. Okay? Later.